What's going on, everybody? Deacon here, and I actually had a different video planned for you guys on Friday, but on Labor Day I finally saw Straight Outta Compton, and it was a pretty good movie. But it was what me and my wife saw as we were about to leave out that kind of inspired this video. While the credits were rolling and people started leaving, we saw this family leave out, and one of the kids there couldn't have been no more than 7 or 8 years old. So that ended up leading to me and my wife having the conversations about the differences of how we were brought up. For example, my wife wasn't allowed to have a TV in her room until she was a teenager in high school, and wasn't allowed to watch certain movies until she got older. While me, on the other hand, I had a TV in my bedroom since I was 8 years old, even though at that age I was primarily using it to play Nintendo, but I still had one. But would you believe me if I told you that even before the time I was 11 years old, I already saw Coming to America, Harlem Nights, Eddie Murphy Raw, Total Recall, the original rated R RoboCop, Alien, The Exorcist 2, and I mean the list goes on. Pretty much any popular late 80s movie you can think of, I probably saw it at an age I probably shouldn't have been watching it. So my question for you all is when to expose children to certain things. Because Straight Outta Compton was a rated R movie, and it had everything you can possibly think of, from adult content to adult language, nudity, and everything, and he saw all of that. But I can't sit here and say, oh man, why would they do such a thing like that, when I was exposed to the same things as a kid. Like growing up, I used to have the box, and you know how many Uncle Luke videos and 2 Live Crew videos I saw back in the day? But the reason why I asked that question, because my oldest daughter keeps asking me, how does she get in her mommy's stomach? And she knows how they come out because she's seen it on a baby story. But one day when she heard me and her mom having adult exercises, she asked me, why was the bed squeaking? And I don't like lying to people, and I definitely don't like lying to my kids, but I had to think of something quick, so I just said, yeah, you caught us. Me and your mama was jumping up and down on the bed. Because I couldn't think of anything else to say, because for me, I have no problems telling her how it really works and how it really happens, but I just don't think it's the appropriate time yet. If you guys can think of any proper ways to tell a soon-to-be 9-year-old about the talk, let me know. Now, I have no issues with the talk, but the way to explain it to an 8-year-old, I'm not ready to go to that level just yet. So what I want to know is, when is the right time to tell your kids about certain things? Like, for example, whether there's no such thing as a Santa Claus, or the Tooth Fairy, or to have the talk about sex, or whatever the case may be. And I want anybody to answer this question. It doesn't matter if you don't have kids, if you're a new parent, your kids are young like mine, you have teenagers, or you have grown kids and they're out the house. I want to hear a response from you. Because even for those of you who don't have children, you know good and well you done said, you see that kid over there acting a fool? When I have kids, they ain't gonna act like that. And lastly, in giving your answer, don't give me no cop-out answer like, well, it all depends on the maturity of the child. Because you know good and well that you already had a mindset of how you were gonna raise your children even before you had kids. So I want some honest answers from you all. But that's all I have for you guys this week. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and then also share it. I want to hear as much feedback as possible about this question, because I really want to know. Because I know everybody has a different perspective and a different mindset about this. So I'm looking forward to your comments. So as always, be wise. And until I see you guys next time, have a great weekend.